Ever considered the art of persuasion, or how to get people to say yes more often? Well, today, unravel the mysteries of mind manipulation with a dash of psychological insight. Buckle up for an intriguing journey into the depths of the human psyche. First up on our list is the Benjamin Franklin effect. Benjamin Franklin, a renowned polymath, once wrote, "He that has once done you a kindness will be more ready to do you another than he whom you yourself have obliged." This forms the crux of the Benjamin Franklin effect, which suggests that if someone does a favor for you, they are likely to do another because they perceive you as someone they like since they've helped you. Quite the paradox, isn't it? Let's imagine a scenario to understand the Benjamin Franklin effect better. You're at work, and you see a colleague struggling with a task that you're good at. You decide to help them out, and after your assistance, they're able to complete the task successfully. Over time, you notice that this colleague starts to act more friendly towards you, even offering you help when you're in a bind. This is the Benjamin Franklin effect in action. The act of helping created a positive perception of you in your colleague's mind, leading them to like you more and be more inclined to help you in return. Fascinating, isn't it? Next, we delve into the realm of reciprocity, a social norm that compels us to return what we receive. If someone does something nice for you, you feel a strong urge to do something nice in return. It's a principle used by many businesses today. Ever been offered a complimentary drink or a free sample? That's reciprocity at work, subtly nudging you towards a yes. Let's bring the realm of reciprocity to life with an example. Imagine you're at a charity event and you've just been handed a beautiful handcrafted bracelet, absolutely free. The bracelet wasn't expected and you're touched by the gesture. Now, the organizer of the event approaches you and asks if you'd like to make a donation. Chances are, you're much more inclined to donate now than you would have been without receiving the bracelet. That's the power of reciprocity. The bracelet, a simple gift, has subtly nudged you towards a yes. Third on our list is the door-in-the-face technique. It's a strategy that involves making a large request that you expect to be rejected, followed by a smaller, more reasonable request. The first request sets a reference point, making the second request seem much more acceptable in comparison. It's a fascinating way our brains process relative comparisons. Let's delve deeper into the door-in-the-face technique with a practical example. Imagine you're at a charity event and a representative approaches you asking for a substantial donation of $1,000. You might feel taken aback and decline. Then they counter with a smaller request, asking if you could spare $50 instead. In comparison to the initial request, this amount seems much more reasonable and manageable, doesn't it? You might find yourself agreeing to this smaller request, even though you initially rejected the larger one. This is the door-in-the-face technique in action, manipulating our perception of relative requests. Our fourth psychological trick is the foot-in-the-door technique. This is the opposite of the door-in-the-face technique. Start with a small request that's easy to agree to, and then follow up with a larger request. Once someone has agreed to a small request, they are more likely to continue saying yes to larger requests. Let's put the foot-in-the-door technique into a real-world context. Imagine you're at a charity event. A volunteer approaches you and asks if you'd like to wear a small badge supporting their cause. It's a small request, easy to agree to, so you say yes. Later in the evening, the same volunteer comes back and asks you to donate a significant amount of money. Having already agreed to the small request, you're more likely to say yes to this larger request. This is the foot-in-the-door technique in action, leveraging the human tendency to maintain consistency in our commitments. Finally, we have the scarcity principle. It's a simple yet effective principle that capitalizes on our fear of missing out. Limited time offers, exclusive memberships, last items in stock, these are all examples of the scarcity principle in action. The less there is of something, the more valuable it becomes. Imagine you're at a store and you see a sign that says limited edition, only 5 left in stock. Your heart races, you feel a sense of urgency, and before you know it, you're at the checkout counter with the product in your hand. This is the scarcity principle at work. It's a powerful tool that taps into our fear of missing out. The product may be the same as others, but the mere fact that it's scarce makes it seem more valuable to us. So remember, next time you're trying to persuade someone, consider using the scarcity principle. But do so responsibly, as overuse can lead to skepticism and mistrust. So there it is, 5 psychological tricks to getting people to say yes more often. Techniques are not just about manipulation, but understanding human behavior and using it to create positive outcomes. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Use these tricks wisely and ethically. Until next time, stay curious, stay thoughtful.